How's it going, folks, and welcome aboard to Australia Worldwide Gaming and Entertainment, live and direct overnight our time here in Australia. It is 1:30 a.m. our time. It's actually Sunday for us, but this is our Saturday coverage still because we are tending to you, the international viewers, and welcome aboard to our coverage. We're playing on PC once again, and it's Train Sim World 3, and it's the final days of Train Sim World 3 era, well, 2022-23's Train Sim World era. And we are on the Linke Rheinstrecke. Yes, this was on my wish list for this last 12 months, and we did get the route. Obviously, I wanted it to be in a modern design, and obviously go to Frankfurt. But yeah, to mix it up, they went with the 90s design, and yeah, didn't go to Frankfurt. And it does make sense because then it's different to Train Simulator Classics version in the end. So it's a lovely route, and it has got a few micro glitches here and there. The typical normal German experience. But anyway, we are doing 18 hours 46 service this time around, like Cloud, and set it on the 3rd of September, which is actually today. We actually get a hang on, let me put that back because it is the second still for most of the world. So here we go, 18 hours 46. 52-minute service, and this will be our trip, so do enjoy. And our live chat is open to subscribers only as we load into the game here. There's the Country Link XPT that we did, the HST design. It is our design, XPT. Still running here in Australia in real life, and yeah, I recently did capture one of them with the Special Starlight Foundation, which is a charity for kids that are sick here in Australia. There was a special edition XPT that I did do a short on my YouTube channel in my shorts area because I do rail fanning with some great trains here in Australia, here in Sydney, on my channel. So yeah, so there is plenty of real life trains from my home city of Sydney. Obviously, it's not my home city because obviously I was born in Queensland. But I've already explained that many times over. BR103 action. I don't want it to be that too late, actually. I was actually thinking it was earlier than that, but that's too dark. That's too dark. We want it to be lighter than that. You know, there's something about dark gameplay when I'm doing it live. I'll do it now and then, but not a 50-minute service, like it would just be a quick service if I did anything like that. It's just something about them. I would prefer to do that in the uploaded video because it looks nicer, obviously, at 1440p HD. So I'll go a little bit earlier, and I'll still do the Mainz to Koblenz 16 hours 16 service. So we hope you do enjoy this one. We'll oops, no, it's not September. Jesus Christ. Yep. I think I've got that all right now. It's 16 hours 16. All right, here we go. So I have custom my loading screens, and obviously these loading screens will continue to change over the course of time. Obviously, I'll probably do these in TSW 4 as well, unless I somehow miraculously win the screenshot contest again, which I haven't had. Oh, hang on a second. My microphone has got a bit of an echo there, and does that sound better? It probably does. All right. What side are we on? Yep. Oh, we're at Mainz. Oh, okay. I was thinking I was going the other way. But anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter what way I go. Take that off. This will give me enough time to turn on these lights, which is good news. It's ether on. That's one screen I wish they would use because this is the coding system. Obviously you would put in your coding, your numbers and all that for destination. But obviously, it is an old school train, so what they do, they used to have boards on the side here, so that you throw up in the board. It's EC104. Hello, there's train here. Hello, Earth. The train has arrived. Get on the train. On the train. Not 100 million passengers coming off the train at the start of a service. There's one thing they really need to address. Okay, let's close those doors. Lovely. All right. What's going on? I've set something up wrong here. This is what happens when I'm on something else earlier and I totally forget about. There you go. It's probably because I did turn the transformer switch on. I don't understand why when you turn that on, transformer switch, it doesn't. Technically, your transformer switch, if it's on, shouldn't do that. Lights a little bit, does that sound a bit better? I was watching a little bit of the preview up to, like I explained earlier when I was on the Deputy President earlier tonight, I watched a bit of the preview screen replay, and for the S-Bahn Railwork, and yeah, I was listening to the, people saying, oh, it's too loud, the game's too loud, we can't hear you. Couldn't hear Lucas that much, but then when Matt turned the volume down for the game, man, Lucas sounded like he was on a microphone talking to a bunch of people at a rave. Get a balance of anything. Like seriously, you should just, have that balance. I try to balance it out as much as I can. It's being basic. Straightforward run to Koblenz. It's no stops in between. Probably maybe some signals here and there, but that's about it. I wouldn't be surprised if we come across a few of those. Is the camera flickering in between the poles and everything. That's one thing I love about trains where you don't have to worry about it. Obviously it would be a little bit difficult for train sim, while obviously being the frame rate, takes a big here. Let's see where we can get up here. Here we go. Somewhere different for a change. A nice new glow on the spike, sparks coming off the overhead. So I've seen a nice little glow in the middle now that's a bit more brighter than normal. So that's quite cool. I think they've sort of taken that from the train simulator actually, because you sort of get that more of a greenish glow with the sparks of train sim classic. Also, you see them more often on the overhead routes, but I noticed it a bit more on the northeast corridor route actually. Train sim classic routes. So, it's very unique that they've sort of. I was comparing the differences to it, and I think those sparks in the middle right there might have a bit of green work. Obviously the major talking point at the moment is the sounds of the Tunnel 1. Yeah, we know the drill. I've said my 2 bits, I've said it to others, I've said it to everybody, and you know what my opinion is as much as everybody else's are. So, shake our heads and give another red card for the sounds. We have a great body community for the PC version, obviously it is a disappointment for the console player. Yeah, fine. Yeah, good price. I was going to spend that sort of money on something like that. I would definitely give myself another steel ball. Another simulator that I do. That's one thing I wanted to check and see if they did for the S1 Railworks, if they've got those yellow buses on the side with the other colour, what's the other colour? Black or something. I want to know if those were actually added to it, or they just put standard buses in there. Obviously it won't be London Midland or any of their crews. Obviously they concentrate on UK stuff. I really don't know what London Midland and these crews are going to really do for the East Coast Main Line. To be honest, I would say that there'll be a huge impact for it. God knows when it will be released, going into for it later. I would probably estimate, between 2 to 3 months, maybe 4 months. I'll probably say 3. I'll say 1 to 3 months. There'll be a so what's going to be involved in it? Probably, I don't know if anybody's sort of picked up the direction of the Azuma. I think there's a couple of things in the Azuma that actually are a little bit off. I don't know. I just had when I looked at it, I was thinking something off. I'd say it's yes. Lots of markers. I don't see them it's Armstrong Powerhouse Mix. As you know, each year number 1 plus 100 sound there's many versions until you've got completely satisfied. I would say that he would do one, and as you know, he hasn't taken away the Armstrong Powerhouse. So they have one of these recorded over is the Dovetail side. Big question remains is what HUD will I be using for Kingston Wall 4? Well, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm quite satisfied with the HUD the way it is at the moment, but I'm actually going to use this this round speedo just here. So I'm going to get rid of all of this. That's all going to be up in this information. The other thing that I might end up getting away with is this stopping arrow thing, I might actually take that away because I actually noticed now that the little the thing they got up here now with the orange was coming down, approaching the stations, and then obviously going up when loading passengers. I actually quite like that feature, and I thought, oh, that could be a way to actually finally get rid of this stop logo on our screen. So I actually quite like speaking like don't blame me, eh? I'm talking here. What happens when I punish myself? And I'm lucky that's not tracks in there. I don't think that's about. Beautiful, beautiful town this one. I'll tell you, this is one of the highlights of me, especially this bridge this year. Churches up there. Look at that beautiful church up top there. Well, that's a castle, actually. Castle. I don't know what that building is way up there, but I've always called it a hospital. But yeah, I love the scenery. It's absolutely stunning. And I've got a lovely photo. At the end of the year, oh, actually, it won't be at the end of the year now. Just before the end of Trains and World 3, folks, I've taken some amazing photos in my journey over the last 12 months, and I'm going to put together a nice little showcase video of all my great screenshots. And the month's end screenshot will obviously be my week 16 screenshot contest winner, which actually comes from this route at the Koblenz station. Actually, it's actually a beautiful photo of me, the Aussie Don, with this particular logo. What else was it called? The 110. And obviously it's looking over the station and the castle in the background. Beautiful. At Koblenz. So yeah, it was a great photo. Got 16 likes that week and won the contest. It was most appreciated. I actually won the contest by one, I think it was. One or two. I was very nervous. Very nervous. I was winning it pretty much all the way through, but when I see the others start to creep up, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to win this. So I know for a fact, being like a veteran of Trains and World, I know the Dovetail contest by now. 99% of you'll get your once in a blue moon where they'll pick the winner and it doesn't have the most likes. That actually happened recently on Train Simulator. It actually happened 2 weeks in a row here recently, and then the last few weeks have been most likes again. There's a Train Simulator contest, so it's most likes gets the win. And it seems to be the same old people always that get heaps of likes. Some of them get likes within the space of them posting it in the first 10, 20 minutes to half an hour to an hour to a couple of hours, and I just think that it's just the same person who's just got probably multiple accounts and just trying to like himself to win the contest. And you see people that are regularly winning it all the time, the same person. It's like, seriously, if someone doesn't go, step away from the contest for a bit, and that's why I've sort of been calling for a different strategy, screenshot contest. But you know what? I do really love being able to. I have a loading screen. I have a custom loading screen. If I win the contest, I'll be. Now I won it 3 times this year. I'm quite satisfied. I'm happy. I won it twice on Train Simulator. I won it anyway on Train Simulator. I can be satisfied. I'm happy. If I win it again, so be it. But yeah, I get involved in the contest. I put my stuff up there. I don't get many likes. I'm not going to get 5, 6 likes. Sometimes I only get 2 likes. Likes don't really bother me. Thumbs down. You know what this is? When people come along and then, you know, with all these fake BS, your YouTube channel needs to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do that. I'm sick of these fakes trying to act, trying to do stuff. That's what they're the types I don't want. They're the type of people that are scum. I've got enough on my plate as it is. I don't need to. They're the type of people that I don't understand. Disappointing that the Rhine River doesn't have too much traffic on it. I would have liked to have seen the boats coming down. More busy. Obviously, this is way easier than reality. You got to get boats in there. I would have liked to have seen stuff waiting. I knew straight away I was around 30 years. Number 103 coming down. You know what I hope they do in future is actually bring in the light blue, the bluish, purplish IC coaches. They're old school as well. They do have those in trains somewhere. They also have the red ones as well. They have the like a mauvey blue, right? It's not a blue, it's definitely like a red, like sort of like a seven colour. Obviously, the 103 is a creamy. It's sort of like a brownish red. A brownish red, like a brown maroon. Area that's up the top there on the top right hand corner as well. We'll be moving over to the stop at location area. So obviously that's going to be a big HUD there. And where the says 1 kilometre with the green there, that's also going to be moving. That's going to be changing as well. It's actually going to show a couple of those now, which is quite neat. I actually like the layout. It is obviously the speedo area down the bottom here. All this 8 amp area, KM, all that brake pressure, brake control, MR, it's all going to be moving. So I'm going to give you all that. And obviously up here where you've got your percentage, that's obviously moving up to the area at the top as well. Top right hand, left hand corner there. And so that'll be up in there. And we'll just have a little speedo on the right at the top of the corner there. So yeah, it's going to be quite unique. Will I play without this with the top area? No. So we've got to have that. We've got to have that. I might be a veteran of the game, but obviously that's something that I rely on. So, I wish there was an app outside the game that would actually give us a speed or something. Oh no. Sometimes it's, I don't know what's going on. Sometimes it's we may go up. Join us earlier today, folks. A couple of hours ago, before the just before the start of qualifying for Formula 1, I was live with Neighbourhood Resident. A full replay of the Neighbourhood Resident live stream from the DVBR 101 earlier tonight. It's been shown on the channel on. I'd like to go and watch that one after this stream, and you can watch that. Obviously, there will be a full replay of this gameplay. If you are watching the replay and you want to subscribe to our channel, we'd love to have you on board. We are the home of Kingston World in Australia. We are the OG home of Kingston World in Australia. We are the OG home. I've played this big one since 2019. Before that, the Xbox, and I was playing it since beta days. Released. When it actually went to console for the first time, that was actually the Downers edition of Trains. Downers edition. See, that raid was available on console until Trains. Ferrari I don't use CIFA. You all seen that? I'm clicking CIFA. It's a joke. I was only talking about that issue not long ago, and then it happens to me 26 kilometres out. Don't forget, we have posted up our latest Train Sim World 4 news also on our channel earlier today. I got my nice text-to-speech American dude take care of all the news, and obviously we showed you the screenshots, and I went through them a few times over in it. And yeah, latest Train Sim World news is up on there. It is added to our brand new Train Sim World 4 playlist. Obviously the Train Sim World 3 playlist will be coming to an end a few hours before the release of Train Sim World 4. As I explained to you guys, we are an Australian-based YouTube channel. The PC version, PC Steam version of Train Sim World is what we play, and the PC Steam version release is later than any other device. So it releases early hours on the 22nd here in Australia, with deluxe and special editions. What time? I don't know. It could be 3 AM, it could be 4 AM, it could be 2 AM, it could be 1 AM, it could be earlier. I don't know. It could be later. But yeah, we'll be on the 22nd. I was more on West Coast for quite a long time, and then I just started getting more knowledge on them. And the East Coast main line has just been something that has been number one top of the list quite a while for me, and obviously the Azuma was as well. I was glad it wasn't the 800. As much as I like to see the 800 in future, yeah, that'd be good. I'm still disappointed that it's not the south section, but I'm happy nonetheless. You know, like I think there would have been a sort of a London commuter sort of scenario happen, I think, to the south if they went ahead with it at the moment, because they still haven't sold the right main line, as you know. So I think they're looking at pinpointing how to correct that before they do decide to go with the south section, because obviously there's multiple stations, there's many trains that can go with. Like, what era can they go with? That's also I would hope at some point they will put an end class 90. Obviously, you know me, I'm a big fan of the APT. That'll be West Coast main line. It'll be more firm than the south section. If they did do that, you know, that train, I'll obviously impress the APT. One of the most controversial trains in British rail history, obviously. That's a logo that paved the way for tilt mechanism trains. It's also a pioneer. Yeah, it cost a lot of dollars, taxpayers' money to be honest. Yeah, that a lot of problems, cracks and all that. See, made everybody sick. Oh, I can imagine. Yes, I don't like roller coasters myself, so imagine going around like this. Oh, hang on, I'm trying to pour my tea here. And all of a sudden you can start going around a bed like this and start wobbling like this. Oh, hang on, I'm trying to pour my tea. Or I'm trying to cut something and all of a sudden, whoop, hang on, I just cut my finger off. Oh no. Plastic cutlery, that's all. You can't use anything else than plastic cutlery. Even then, that probably wouldn't help. Palladino would be it wouldn't be a British Rail one, it would be a Venti, which is an Italian company that does West Coast trains, which used to be going in. that's all the controls that you got there, and obviously you got the sounds, horns there, and got indicators just here, brightness, so LED brightness doesn't really go with this particular logo because it's so old. Well, not so old, but this is a rolling screen. Yeah, you got the switches here, pick it up, so it's shortcuts on the keyboard or something. Spray some wine at me, please, right now. Need some red wine. That's a winery up the top there. The wine on the Rhine, as I like to say. We are going through the Rhine River. It goes through 3 countries. Switzerland is one of them. I think Austria, it goes through Austria, and Germany, of course. So it is the longest river in Germany as well, the Rhine River. We are on the left Rhine. That's the right side up there. How long will we be on for? Another 11 kilometres, we're around about another 10 minutes. You can't join us live at any time. We live stream for 2 hours on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, folks. Actually, these are Tuesdays. Well, week 16 really live from 8 PM in the East Coast of Australia, 7:30 PM South Australia, Australia. International viewers, 10 PM New Zealand, 3:30 PM India, 5 PM Indonesia, and 11 AM British Summer Time, 12 PM Central European Time, 6 AM in the West. East Coast. So 5 AM in Texas, you would say. 3 AM West Coast, you would say. Mexico, 3 AM in Vancouver. 6 AM Toronto. So do join us, ladies and gentlemen, for our Tuesday action this week, Chi-Chi Tuesdays, and midweek water trains on Wednesday. At the same time, we gave you this at 12 Wednesday, and as always, our live streams are subject to change. But, at the moment, there is no plans to change. Don't forget to join us for the big one on the 20th, ladies and gentlemen. That is our mega blockbuster live stream. We're going to be taking you on a ride and a half with a very special top 5 countdown. We're going to be on more than 2 hours on the 20th of this month, folks. Because we are doing our top 5 best routes of Train Sim World 3 era. So who is going to join the Hall of Fame with the #1 routes from Train Sim World 1, the Hemstrucker Run Rule. The Brighton Mainline London commuter for Train Sim World 2 was the #1 voted route from my crew. Train Symbol 2, Southeastern High Speed was second. East Coast Way was second in the Train Symbol 1 era. What is the number 1 route for Train Symbol 3? It's going to be very tight, folks. There's so many great routes that have been released in this era. And some that have been really good but have sort of suffered under the disregard of, you know, certain things not being added which should have been, and have made the route very disappointing. Very nicely done. Fantastic. Doing the route justice. So you probably know what route I'm probably talking about anyway. The Northeast Corridor. So that route is absolutely fantastic. It's beautiful. It's awesome. But it's just been misguided. You know, Dovetail dropped the ball massively like they did with the talent one for the upcoming Railworks. They dropped the ball with the sounds, but there's nothing to do. They dropped the ball with not adding the right amount of traffic and stuff for Northeast Corridor. Like, why would you release the route if you're not going to have the liaison added to it? Where the hell where are the MTAs? Tell me where the MTAs. The MTA's not there. You haven't added any freight. And you should have done the right thing and actually added also the extension to the route and bring back the part of the route that needs to be away from the school to Train 1. Then you're going to go back to freight. I don't give up hope on it happening. That would have been something more appropriate than this. Not a big fan of this US rap coming out of Antonio. I know how long it is and everything. When they said that there was going to be shorter services, I thought that sort of eased the pain for me, but I thought, oh no, it's so I know for a fact that we're going to do things some time. We're 4.9 kilometres out. Yeah, I don't know if anybody noticed it. I was watching a little bit of the preview and I noticed that the sparks were a little bit more, they had a bit of a more of a glow in the middle one, and I thought, oh hang on, that might be, I think that might have worked on that spark off the rails and the lines. So I was explaining at the start of the stream, I noticed that and I thought, oh wow, that's looks like they've taken a bit of the inspiration from the sparks on the overheads of the train simulator and sort of made it more detailed than the text over before. But that also could be the reason. That also could be a little bit better because of the overhead wires being updated for the next train simulator. I really can't tell you what's going to look like. we are coming towards the end. We are on time, which is good. It's almost 2:30 a.m. here in Sydney, Australia, where we're based at, folks, and it is Sunday morning our time. Yes, we live in the future. We might live in the future, but the bloody, you know, PC Steam is the last off the ranks to get any DLC or any new train sim world. So what's up? And we're coming into the station where I won the screenshot contest back in week 16 this year. It's got a lot of memories for me, this route. You know, it was just fitting that I would win Deutsche Bahn Week this in the screenshot contest, because, you know, as I explained to you guys, I've always preferred the German routes. You know, I love the German routes. It's just, you know, my ultimate dream, as you know, is to eventually one day take a trip on an ICE in Germany. And I've had a few people, you know, give me some, you know, amazing, you know, places to go with ICE. You know, Frankfurt is obviously, you know, a lot of people said, you know, you can go here and here to Frankfurt, and I said, yeah, well, that's a place I would love to go to, Frankfurt. You know. There's a Creators Club design over there, folks. Look at that one. Yeah, so obviously I love to go to places in Germany. Obviously, I would have a translator with me because I can't speak German. Anything. Guten Tag, the only thing I know. Koblenz is, well, obviously I can say Deutsche Bahn, that's easy. Obviously this train was in the era before Deutsche Bahn. Obviously there were two separate companies originally, and obviously yeah, it became Deutsche Bahn later on. So this is where I actually had my photo. Actually, it was just here. So there you go. There's an updated version of it. Take a photo. Oh, I shouldn't be sounding the horn because that is illegal in Germany. You're not allowed to do that. All right. Unless it's in Niedertime, but I don't know. That was weird. Now you're allowed to use a horn on Niedertime Bahn, but there's only certain areas. There was like I think a letter E or something on that route where you have to sound the horn. So yeah, I found that quite unique because I know for a fact you can't use a horn in German rail. And with the freight stuff, I know the maximum speed is 120, and you have to have special permission to go 160. And that's the highest you can go. You can't go any further than 160, obviously. You know, I've had people on in the past say, "Oh, you're going too fast," because I was doing the actual speed that actually says you got to go in that part of the route, and I was like, "Why is that?" And then I found out there's special speeds for freight, and I'm like, "Okay, that's understandable with the amount of weight that's behind you and stuff. I totally understand." But man, I've learned so much, over the time playing Train Sim World, and I've been a rail fan for a long time, ever since I was a kid, and I've learned so much more from the community. So it's always been great to understand people's local knowledge of rail, and I can say to you guys, if you like to see some of our rail here in Sydney, Australia, go to our shorts area, because I've got heaps of shorts on there. From great trains. We've got our HST, which is the XPT here, as one of the videos. We've got our inner city train, which is retiring next year, folks. The inner city train is retiring next year. And we've got a big year next year on our channel, because we're going to be showcasing on our channel the brand new Stage 2 of the Metro here in Sydney, Australia. And we're going to show you all the stations. And we're going to show you, we're going to try to get a run from the front of the train, because it's a driverless train. It doesn't have a driver. So we can go right to the front of the train and take you along in most of its tunnel, to be honest. We're going to go through all the stations and everything. We're going to take you on a run. And obviously the new Inner City is coming out next year. And obviously I want to be there for that and everything. And yeah, our final days on the original Inner City on our channel. And yeah, it's going to be sad times because the Inner City train is actually the final trains from my childhood that are pretty much on the rails here in Australia, here in Sydney. That's going to be retiring. So pretty much all the trains that from my childhood are done. So 40 years, I'm 41 this year, and pretty much everything is, retiring now. So it's been a good run. But anyway, half of my lifetime, or more than half of my lifetime. Anyway, yeah, who knows how long much more I'm here. But anyway, all right. Well, good thing is, yeah, I have my special loading screens, of course. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. It's been an honour and privilege bringing you this run on the Linke Rheinstrecke and Koblenz to Mainz, or Mainz to Koblenz. And, yes, I call for extension to Frankfurt, and obviously I would like to see a modern pack, because you know me, I'm a big, massive fan of the Sorex, the beautiful modern flirt train. You know me, I'm a massive fan of that train with the diamond patterns on the side. It's a beautiful logo, and I'd love to see that Deutsche Bahn train come into train symbol one day. So I am calling for that one massively. That is on my high wish list as well. And obviously the extension to Frankfurt is also on my wish list. I just wish we would get something to go to Frankfurt, to be brutally honest. I also like to see them go to the underground section of Munich. I'd like to see that actually added. You know what? I'll be really honest with you guys. I'm surprised they actually didn't put the underground station of Munich in the game. Like one station down. Like surely you could have did that. It would have made more sense for the S-Bahn side of it. But I think the S-Bahn side of it would have been better if they actually continued it under the ground with a few stations along there, and then obviously finished it at OST. Would have been nicer. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. It's been an honour and privilege, and we'll see you next time here at Australia Worldwide Gaming and Entertainment, the original AG home of Train Sim World in Australia, with your 2023 Train Sim World Classic winner for 2 times in the screenshot contest. And I also won week 16 for Train Sim World, week 6 and 26 for Train Simulator Classic. Don't forget, I am involved in this week's week 33 screenshot contest at the Dovetail forums for Train Simulator Classic. Go and give it a like now. As you know, the drill is always the one with the most likes wins the contest. So let's win it for the 4th time this year. We'll see you next time. Take care. Hooroo.